Hey everybody, welcome back to my small YouTube channel. If you're new here, we talk about personal finance, credit cards, credit card rewards, travel, and how to get the maximum benefits out of your spending. In this video, I want to talk about a last minute trip that I took. It's a short trip. I wish it was a little longer, but due to circumstances, I could only do a long weekend. What the situation is I found out that I was going to have surgery on my foot. That surgery is going to lead up to me being unsure if I was going to get a chance to travel anymore by the end of the year, at least anywhere long haul or to any beaches. So I decided I wanted just to get away one last time. I had 3 nights, 4 days that I could get off from my job. So I decided to go to Aruba. I wanted to go to Aruba because I've been there in the past, but I stayed in Airbnb and I always wanted to check out the IHG property down there. It's centrally located. Everything's within walking distance. They have good food in that general area, and they have a casino on site. Which, if you know me, I like to play poker, and there's nothing better than playing poker all night and drinking pina coladas on the beach during the day. So to start, I do need to fly out of Pittsburgh early in the morning, and I would like to arrive early afternoon in Aruba. And I'd like to leave Aruba late afternoon and arrive late in Pittsburgh. That way, since I'm on such a short time frame, I don't let that time go to waste. So to start, I was on my flights. I decided to go with American. I found an American flight that was leaving at 6 a.m. in the morning, arriving at Aruba at 1:45 in the afternoon. The cash price for that flight was $528. Well, we all know I don't like to spend a lot of dollars on flights, especially $528 when I might be able to get it cheaper on points. As you can see here, on American Airlines, it would cost me 15,000 points and $59.75 for taxes and fees. I did have some leftover American Airline points sitting in my American account. I went ahead, decided to go with American. I booked it. It worked out perfect. Didn't cost much more than a tax and a fee. Next was find my way home. Well, I was looking on United Airlines, and I see that they have a flight that leaves at 4 p.m. from Aruba and arrives back in Pittsburgh at 11:42. The cash price of this flight in economy alone was $584, and business class $971. That's crazy. But if you watch some of my prior videos, you could see how you could use airline alliances to possibly save some money. Well, we're in luck because this United flight was listed as a Saver Award, which means that it would be released to its airline partners, which one of those airline partners is Aeroplan. We even scored more than that because at the time of the booking, Aeroplan was running a special where if you transfer your points from Chase Ultimate Rewards, you will receive a 20% boost on top of those points. So that same flight on Aeroplan was 15,000 points economy or 30,000 points business class. So with the transfer bonus, that comes out to 25,000 points for business class, $108 in Canadian for the taxes and fees, and $78 and some change American dollars. Well, that's kind of a no-brainer. Now, it's not the United Polaris lay flat crazy first class seating, but from the Caribbean to Pittsburgh, 25,000 in business class, I'll take that all day. So we went ahead and booked that. Now where it gets a little tricky is the IHG booking. Now, I'm using a few of the tactics that I spoke about on my first video, the IHG Premier credit card. I kind of pulled out all the stops and the benefits to make this work. So bear with me here. I have an 87,000 points with IHG, but I have a free night certificate that's worth 40,000 points. The booking on the room is 74,000 points a night. So what I did was I used my free night certificate and I topped it off with 34,000 points out of that 87,000 point balance, leaving me with 57,000 IHG reward points to work with for the remainder of the trip. Now, the remaining 2 nights are 78,500 points a night for a grand total of 157,000 points. That's going to leave me right around 100,000 points short for this redemption. But once again, we lucked out because I could buy the points right now. There's a special. If you buy your points from IHG at the time of this booking, buy a point, get a point free. So basically, I'm getting my points for half a cent a point. And this hotel room that I'm staying at IHG, if I would pay out of pocket, would cost me $550 a night. So looking at the points, I'm going to purchase 104,000 points for a grand total of $520. That's like buying a room for one night and getting the next night free. Not a bad deal if you could keep an eye out for these specials. And with using my IHG card to hold the room, I got early check-in, late checkout so I could enjoy the beach and the pool early on my first day, enjoy it late on my last day. I got all the IHG perks checking in. They did recognize my status, and they did give me a little bit of a nicer room with a better ocean view. All in all, I think this trip turned out to be a great success. I checked all the boxes in that short time frame. I got to go to the beach for a couple days. I got to hang out at the pool. I had some great food. I stayed at the resort that I always wanted to check out, and I did it without really making my wallet sweat too much. And I hope that this video and some of the other videos I made in the past can help you do the same. Please check out my video on the IHG Premier card and check out my video on the Chase Sapphire Preferred card that helped me get there. And then I did use the Citi AA card to gain the American Airlines points, but we can save that for a whole different video. But if you have any questions on anything with the credit cards, points, and miles, feel free to comment, like, and subscribe. And please, if you did like the video and you enjoyed it, please let me know down below in the comment section so I know to keep on going on with what I'm doing. And thanks for checking out my channel. Hope to see you soon.